come in the comments on this channel and they ask, when are you going to leave Mauritius? When are you going to go back to America? Are you going to explore more? Are you still in Mauritius? And today I'm going to answer all those questions for you and more, of course, because on this channel we give you the tactical, practical knowledge that you need as a middle class earner, as somebody that has a business, as somebody that's about to retire or is already retired, to get residency in the best spots in Africa. Now, to be quite honest with you, in World War III, there's only two countries you should really be looking at. And the reason is taxes, safety, anti-corruption. Those are the core reasons. But then when you hit your longevity era and you want a passport, let me tell you, Seychelles and Mauritius are the top two for passports in Africa. So that's part of the reason that I am still living in Mauritius with my family. But the other reason, I'll be honest with you, because last year I wanted to go visit the Philippines. I wanted to go visit Vietnam too, because my dad grew up in the Philippines and I was like, oh, that'd be really cool to just go and explore and see what it's like out there. But your girl is pregnant with her sixth child, 33 weeks. And so I was like, hold on, we gotta slow down. We gotta reroute, we gotta plan this properly. And we decided, you know what? When we have the idea of wanting to have great health care, when we already have systems that work, residency that works, renewals that work, and we're in a place that has anti-corruption, low corruption, and great infrastructure, it's like, why would you travel and fix and flip and move things that don't need to be moved or fixed? Like, you only need to fix something if it's broken. And the lifestyle that Mauritius gives, child, it is nowhere near broken, okay? It is like paradise here. I mean, you can literally look out this window and it looks insane. The houses here, well, they're absolutely stunning, absolutely gorgeous. In fact, I'll leave a video down below for you because we did tour 4 properties that you should see to get an idea of what you could potentially rent or purchase out here, okay? And that's one of my favorite things to do out here. Like, you can just look at properties all day because they are so beautiful and it's so motivating. But another reason we don't leave Mauritius is because they make it too easy not to. There are so many residency options. In fact, we met a new friend a couple of months ago from the Congo. Now, he and his family, they're middle class Congolese citizens. They decided to move to Mauritius, and you know, he travels around Africa a bit, but he decided to place his family as an African entrepreneur. He decided to place his family somewhere that he knows they would be safe, so that if he needed to travel to Tanzania or Kenya or get some stuff done like that, then he would know that they are safe, okay? That is key. Safety is really top of the list for us. And for people who don't want their capital to run away from them, they don't want to waste tons and tons of dollars, thousands and thousands of dollars on scrupulous projects, ambiguous countries, places where they don't really even issue you a residency. Because I had another friend tell me, hey, I'm down here in a certain South African country and they have not even issued our residency. It's been 2 years now. And I was just like, wow. That's a little wild, because they are also on the least corrupt list. And so you come to the conclusion after some time, like, okay, I'm literally in one of the best countries in the world, like literally right now. Now, people used to say Dubai, Abu Dhabi, those were the best countries because they're tax-free, beautiful with the Burj Khalifa. But World War III turned that stuff all around so quickly. Like, nobody's living in Dubai. Nobody's moving to Dubai. In fact, the entire economy of the Middle East is slipping away. And in dire times, if you still want to travel abroad, you still want to relocate abroad, you still want to maneuver your business, your retirement, whatever it is, into safe capital markets, then Seychelles and Mauritius are the only logical option. And listen, today in our group chat, our client group chat, 45, 46 now clients in there, somebody left a message, and she left a message about a social media post, and she was like, hey, This video is talking about how Mauritius is one of the only safe spaces to be in World War III. I was like, Tiffany has been saying this for years. She's been saying this all along. And I was like, yes, sis, you are so right. Because we have been in Mauritius for multiple years now, raising our children, raising our family, extending our family. We're about to have family come out here so that they can meet their new niece and granddaughter. Like, this is the place to be. But only if you are a retiree, middle class, and you care about infrastructure. If you're more of a backpacker, it could not be for you. If you love doing 90 and 6-month visa runs, it may not be for you, because I'm sorry, but they're gonna issue you a residency that you can renew every year or every 10 years. If you do the self-employed entrepreneur permit, if you get your retirement, they issue these in 10-year increments. Then you go back and renew, and they give you 20 years, provided that you meet those requirements in that 20 years. And there's just not many places that I've found outside of Mauritius. Now, the only one that actually does also do this, I believe, is Thailand. Okay, feel free to come down in the comments if you know of another one. I think Portugal does as well, but y'all know I'm not really going to move to Portugal. I don't want to get taxed 45%, and I definitely don't want to live in Europe. I mean, most Europeans don't want to live in Europe. They are heading to the African islands too. You have expats from all over, diaspora, continental Africans, Europeans, Australians, Chinese, looking at these two African countries, and it's for a good reason. But here's the thing, these are small countries, so once all the spots are filled, once they have their residencies filled up to the point where they're like, all right, we're done now, that's it. Nothing in life lasts forever, you know? So if you're someone that wants to get on it and wants to actually see, like, okay, could I live in Seychelles? Could I live in Mauritius? Or maybe you want to go to Madagascar, then you need to go ahead and get on it, because child, it's 2026 and we all know that this war is going crazy. The oil rates are increasingly making airplanes more expensive too. So we just don't know what the future looks like, and success loves speed. I'm one of those people, me and my husband are both the type of people that execute quickly. Once we have the focus, the research, the constraints, and we evaluate what we want to do, once we know it's a go, and we're not going to stop, period. If you're like that, visit the links in the description. Definitely, if you want to travel or invest in Mauritius, go to the Economic Development Bank, EDB Mauritius. Go to their website. You can Google it. It's not hard to find. Just type literally the phrase in, EDB Mauritius, and you're going to go through their portal, and they're going to help you with that process. Now, I should tell you, it's unlike any other countries. Like, a lot of countries are like, well, you need an immigration attorney, and you need this attorney, and then you want this lawyer. Guys, Mauritius is not like that. In fact, they tell you that you cannot have an advocate submit paperwork or an agent submit paperwork on your behalf. They will deny your application. It needs to be you, ma'am, sir. You, I'm talking to you, that submits your information on your behalf. The reason is because they want to promote transparency. And I just love that. It really feels good, because we have children that are teenagers that are going to be going to college soon. And it's good to know that they're being raised in a country and living in a country where processes are going to continue to be transparent. Processes and security systems function. Financial security functions. And this is one of the main reasons people are not incorporating on the African continent anymore. They are wiring their capital through Seychelles or Mauritius. Seychelles is the same way. Number one, number two for finance in Africa. They are really known for their hospitality industry. And like Mauritius and Seychelles, or I should say like Mauritius, they are visa free for Americans, for Canadians, for UKians, for most people in the world. Very good tax rates, 15% corporate tax. And if you are an innovative entrepreneur like we are, you can actually get a tax holiday, okay? Now, there's not many, and when I say tax holiday, an 8-year tax holiday. There's not many places in Africa, let alone the world, that even let you do that. And this is why people are waking up to the greatness that is EDB Mauritius in French. Now, of course, people speak French and Creole here and English, but I found that I can get by with a little bit of Creole and French that I know, bonjour, and English. Like, you go out to the store, basically anywhere on the island, people speak English, especially in hospitality, in stores, definitely in banks, 100% in the hospitals. I've been very much integrated into the healthcare system here. We actually have a client in the state of the diaspora. They went ahead and came out after leaving Rwanda to get their hip replaced out here in Mauritius. They said it was a fantastic time. They went to the sea care infrastructure out here, and it was just a really, really good experience. And I was really happy to hear that, because you just never know as you get older, or if you have older parents or anything like that, you just don't know if like they would need surgery and things of that nature, or if things would be like, if they would have the proper healthcare infrastructure. But everything went well for him, and so he's enjoying his life now. I'm telling you, there are so many expats that have come out here, and they tend to be expats that value or are middle class, upper middle class. They value legacy and longevity. They think in 10 to 20 years stretches. They're very much retirement and legacy minded, and they're willing to go through the process. They're willing to submit their bank statements. They're willing to submit their business portfolios and paperwork. They're willing to submit their business plans. They are structured people. Typically, these are people that are previous military, project managers, people who are previously in information technology, people who are in the restaurant business, people who all around, if you see the core factor here, they are mature and business minded, okay? And so if that resonates with you, if you're like, that deeply resonates with me, I have been researching the tax program there. I have been seeing that a lot of people who talk about Mauritius are not yet in Mauritius. And so you're like, geez, I want to talk to somebody who's lived there for multiple years, who has had children while abroad, who actually knows what they're talking about. Visit www.journeywithus.com/services, because we do have the mature adult intensive. Now, this intensive specifically helps you get your paperwork together before you even leave America. So the function of the 4-week intensive is a couple requirements. Your international finances, making sure you get all of your international bank accounts open. We recommend 5. Making sure you have all your residency paperwork situated before you ever leave America. Properly structuring your business, properly running your marketing operations, seeing which residency is going to be best for you. Number 3, choosing the right African country. Now, to be honest with you, we have had about 15 different clients in the mature adult intensive, 46 in the most recent state of the diaspora, and most of those people end up coming to Mauritius. Some say maybe Ghana, maybe Kenya, then later on down the line, they're like, never mind, I'm just gonna do a Mauritius or a Seychelles, because it's just much more easy and stable. Then they can explore those other countries. Like, once you have your residency, you can obviously still go explore Rwanda, still go explore Kenya, still go explore South Africa. But that 10-year longevity that you want, oh, there's only one country that's going to give you that on the continent of Africa. And you're not going to have to pay $4,000 every year, $5,000, $3,000 every year. In fact, you're going to be paying a much better rate for a 10-year self-employed entrepreneur or retirement visa right out the bat. So if you are exhausted from trying to figure this out alone, you're like, man, I don't know what the heck I'm supposed to be doing. I don't even know how to structure my paperwork. I have to worry about selling my house. I have to worry about my children. Go ahead and check out the Mature Adult Intensive. There are 5 spots available. Cohort 7 actually begins April 6th, so you can check that out, and maybe we'll see you inside. Aside from that, let me know what you think down below. Has Mauritius or Seychelles been coming up on your radar more often? Shalom, shalom.